Hey students, it's Julie Quinn here, and I'm taking a look at our English 111 course shell in Canvas, and I'm going to give you a tour. I'm also going to highlight some of the most sort of important sections of the class, just so you and I are on the same page. The places that I want you to pay the most attention to, obviously, would be like the announcements. You'll be able to see those on the home page, the syllabus, which is sort of the course guidelines, and the modules. While discussions are broken out, all of your work is set inside the modules, and I've set the modules to have dates within each one, so there is some easy pacing. And in addition to this video that's in the announcement, note that I've included a table with all of the assignments and all of the dates that they're due, so you and I will be on the same page. Now, within the course syllabus, all you have to do, if you sign on to the course main page here, you'll notice that there's some, if this is your first class, you want to check your computer setup and your all of your different settings, your equipment. Make sure you watch this Canvas overview, and once you've done that, you can navigate to the syllabus either here or here. I tend to use the white vertical menu as my sort of favorite navigation tool, and that's how I'll do it in the video. Now, in the syllabus, this is sort of your course contract. You'll see the description and prerequisites. This is in English 111 with the writing lab. In the announcement, you'll note that I said this is a 6-hour-a-week class. That's if it's 15 weeks long, but since we're in a condensed summer 12-week, you're going to be doing even more than 6 hours a week of live work, plus the additional research and study, quizzes, assignments, peer review, all of that. This is going to be a busy term. You're taking a double class. It's the regular 111 class with additional assignments that are meant to mimic professional/scholarly writing style to get you up to date on MLA documentation and format, to get you up to date with essay construction at the collegiate level, to help you sync grammar and mechanics to an academic standard and all of that. So those are additional lab exercises, and you'll see that in the module, how they're all structured. And here you'll see the course objectives, the time expectation. When we're even in a 6-credit class, so it's even more than this. Add one more column. This is the one we use for all NOL classes, but we're over here, okay? Actually, we're kind of like up here. We're in the 12-week, but 6 credits. So just know that if you're not spending at least 10 hours a week on this class, you're not spending enough time, okay? So course technical skills, ability to navigate Canvas, ability to use Microsoft Word, which is going to be my recommended software tool, and so on and so forth. We've got links to Writing for Success and some information for you here. It's free and it's online, and it's a support text for you, but all the information is going to be embedded right in the course modules. You can see how assignments are graded. We've got activities and quizzes and drafts, peer reviews, planners, and logs. Lots of different smaller assignments that are worth 15% of your grade. Your discussions, those are the ones that are done in certain weeks, need to be done that week, and it's post and response. That's another 15%. Are you keeping up with the conversation? How are you engaging with your classmates? This is the space for you to have discussions with classmates. I know it's online and we're asynchronous, meaning we don't meet at a certain time. But there's work, there are deadlines, and you do still want to see what your classmates are working on. You want to share ideas and you want to support one another, and that's where a lot of students learn the most, is through their classmates' work and feedback. Major papers are 50%, and the proctored assessments, meaning midterm and final, are also worth 20%. That will give you your total grade. But note, for these, you have to get a 60 on both, meaning you have to get an average of a D- or above on the midterm and final to pass the class. So if you're doing okay on your other assignments, but you get a 35 on the midterm and 61 on the final, that would not give you a combined 60. So you've got to really prepare for these midterm and final exams. Okay, I have a late policy, and it's pretty strict because there are a lot of students in the class, and you've got a lot of work to do, and we've got to stay on task. So discussion posts in the weeks that have them must be posted on time. Main posts are Thursday and responses Sunday. Late assignments for discussions, I don't accept you submitting this late. Major assignments are due within the week assigned between weeks 1 and 11. The last week, you can't submit anything once the semester's over. Okay. I am slightly flexible with the major assignments for your main papers, but the penalty will be 15% per day. Quizzes and activities that are auto-graded should be taken in the weeks that they're assigned. If they require feedback from me, or like if it has like a short answer that I have to go in and grade, I'm probably not going to be able to keep up with those because I am staying up on the discussions, on the major assignments, on the midterm and final, on meetings with students, and I will not prioritize those if you do not get those in on time. No, the midterm and final must be taken in the week that they're assigned. And I even have a handout for you. I call this the schedule for 111 ED11. You should find this right below this video overview. Every week has the week timeline. It has the module that I want you to be working in. You'll notice for the first 5 weeks, the module and the week coincide. Week 6, June 19 to 25 is your midterm exam. Week 7 through 11, you can see we have 10 total modules. So we get to module 10 and it starts to get busier and busier, but some of these are smaller activities. You're welcome to work a little bit ahead, but that does not mean that I'm going to be able to give you feedback that fast. So you really should be sequencing in time. And then you have time in the last week. Remember, you do get 3 weeks, you can submit an assignment a little bit late for some penalty in week 12. So if you're finishing some of this into week 12, that's acceptable as long as it's not a discussion. And you'll notice there are no discussions in week 11. But this final exam is that last week of class, and you've got to take it within these dates. And I've got some due dates depending on the type of assignment. If it's a quiz, Sunday. If it's discussion, main post, Thursday's responses, Sunday. So Sunday and Thursday Thursdays and Sundays tend to be the main due dates. Okay, so anytime there's a discussion, I actually will need to update this. So I want to make sure that I always have the right instructions. Oh, I need that right here. There we go. Okay. So you can see all of that. There is 1 week where I'm recommending some earlier submissions, like for example, the sample research paper Tuesday, so you can pace yourself. Okay. If you have questions about this schedule, all you have to do is let me know. Please print this out and keep this very close. I also recommend that you use a day planner and take this information and plug it into a day planner so that you find your way through the content as easily as possible. Okay, so late work, great turnaround time. I'll try to do it within a week. Timely submissions are a guarantee of timely feedback. If your work is late, I'll do the best I can to get back to you within 7 business days. Withdraw from the course, your student writes, how the assignments are broken out. Here's also information on proctored assessments, midterm and final. And if you need to get any information for that, depending on your system and where you're located. So you probably will have to be proctored if you're not in the Northern Virginia area. I strongly recommend that if you are in the area and you can get to a campus, any campus with a testing center will allow you to take the midterm and final on campus. Email information, tutoring services, accommodation documents. If you need to have an accommodation, if you need to submit accommodation paperwork for me, please note that I can only start the accommodations guidelines once the document has gotten to me. If you have that paperwork and you don't get it to me until week 7, I cannot retroactively grade assignments weeks 1 through 6. So just keep that in mind. Nova Online policies and procedures, and then sort of like a course summary. This looks like it's a lot, but let's go to the modules. I'm actually going to stop this video and do a part 2 to make sure that I have time to go through the modules. So this video was just the syllabus and a little bit of the class structured outline. And in part 2, you will see the modules.